Life is not a stage for endless validation, nor a place to seek applause for every step you take. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies in discipline, self-mastery, and quiet perseverance. Stop seeking approval. Your growth is not a performance. Focus on yourself, refine your mind, and forge your destiny through relentless effort. The world doesn't need to hear your plans, it needs to see your results. Let your progress speak, not your words. In silence, you sharpen your skills. In discipline, you build an unshakable foundation. Work hard, stay patient, and let success make the noise. The Stoics believed that peace and progress come from focusing only on what is within our control. Most people waste energy worrying about things beyond their influence, what others think, external circumstances, or the unpredictable nature of life. This leads to frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. Instead, the wise person directs their effort toward their own actions, choices, and mindset. Imagine a person training for a marathon. They cannot control the weather on race day, the competition, or the opinions of onlookers, but they can control their preparation, their discipline, and their attitude. If they focus on external factors, they become distracted and discouraged. If they focus on their own effort, they become stronger, more resilient, and ultimately successful. Too often, people seek validation from others, worrying about how they are perceived rather than how they are improving. This external focus weakens the mind and makes progress dependent on factors outside of one's grasp. A person who constantly shares their plans and seeks approval is giving their power away. Meanwhile, the one who quietly works, improving every day, without the need for recognition, builds true strength. Adversity is another test of control. When challenges arise, many waste time blaming circumstances, while the Stoic sees difficulty as an opportunity for growth. If a door closes, another path must be found. If failure comes, lessons must be learned. By shifting focus from complaint to action, obstacles become stepping stones rather than barriers. In relationships, the same principle applies. One cannot control how others treat them, only how they respond. Instead of demanding respect or fairness, the Stoic ensures their own behavior remains honorable, their mind remains steady, and their emotions remain within their command. This is where true power lies. Silence is often misunderstood as weakness, but in reality, it is one of the greatest strengths a person can possess. In a world where everyone is eager to be seen, heard, and validated, the one who works quietly and diligently stands apart. The Stoics believed that actions define a person, not words. Talking about your goals, plans, or struggles does not bring success. Consistent effort does. When people constantly announce their ambitions, they invite unnecessary opinions, criticism, and distraction. Seeking approval before achieving anything weakens focus and exposes one's vulnerability to external influences. Words can be empty, but effort, discipline, and persistence are undeniable. The strongest individuals let their work prove their worth. They understand that growth happens in silence, behind closed doors, far from the noise of public validation. Great minds in history have demonstrated this principle. The most accomplished individuals did not waste time boasting about their potential. They spent their time refining their craft. Whether it was Marcus Aurelius ruling with wisdom, Epictetus enduring hardships, or Seneca practicing restraint, they all knew that wisdom and strength are cultivated in quiet determination. Silence also shields one from unnecessary conflict. When people speak less, they reveal less, making it harder for others to interfere with their journey. Loose words can invite jealousy, competition, or sabotage, but the person who operates discreetly moves forward without obstruction. Furthermore, silence cultivates inner mastery. It allows a person to listen, observe, and learn. A wise individual understands that there is more to gain by absorbing knowledge than by seeking attention. When the focus is on steady improvement rather than recognition, progress becomes inevitable. Working in silence does not mean isolation. It means prioritizing action over unnecessary words, ensuring that results speak for themselves. Discipline is the foundation of success and self-mastery. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to stay focused on personal growth is what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. The Stoics believed that self-discipline was essential for achieving inner peace and lasting fulfillment. Without it, the mind becomes weak, easily swayed by impulses, external pressures, and fleeting desires. Many people allow distractions to dictate their lives. They start with ambition but quickly lose focus when entertainment, social approval, or temporary pleasures call their attention. They procrastinate, make excuses, and blame circumstances. But the Stoic understands that discipline is not about motivation, it is about commitment. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is constant. It is the ability to act regardless of how one feels in the moment. True discipline means showing up every day, even when there is no immediate reward. A person who desires strength must train consistently, not just when they feel inspired. A person who seeks wisdom must study and reflect daily, not only when it is convenient. Success is built in the small, repetitive actions that compound over time. Those who rely on momentary bursts of effort will always be outperformed by those who commit to steady, disciplined work. Moreover, discipline creates freedom. While it may seem restrictive at first, it ultimately grants a person control over their own life. Instead of being enslaved by distractions, laziness, or emotions, the disciplined individual chooses their path with intention. They do not fall victim to bad habits, external influences, or the opinions of others. They remain steadfast in their purpose, knowing that each disciplined action brings them closer to mastery. The Stoic embraces structure, routine, and consistency, understanding that greatness is not achieved overnight, but through the quiet, relentless pursuit of excellence. Seeking validation from others is a trap that weakens the mind and hinders true progress. The Stoics believed that self-worth should come from within, not from the fleeting approval of society. When a person constantly looks to others for recognition, they hand over control of their emotions and self-esteem. They become dependent on praise and fearful of criticism, losing sight of their true purpose. The need for validation stems from insecurity. People announce their plans, achievements, and struggles, not always because they need to, but because they crave reassurance. They want to be seen, acknowledged, and admired. But the Stoic understands that external opinions are unreliable. One day, the world may applaud you, the next, it may turn against you. If your sense of worth is built on the unstable foundation of public approval, you will always feel vulnerable. Instead of seeking validation, focus on internal mastery. Do the right thing not because others are watching, but because it aligns with your principles. Pursue excellence, not for applause, but for the fulfillment that comes from knowing you have given your best. True confidence comes from competence, not from being praised, but from knowing deep within that you are improving every day. By detaching from validation, you free yourself from unnecessary emotional turmoil, you stop worrying about what others think, and you start living with purpose. This independence gives you strength, allowing you to move forward with clarity and determination. The Stoic does not need to prove anything to anyone. They work in silence, knowing that real success is not measured by public recognition, but by personal growth, wisdom, and the ability to remain steadfast in the face of both praise and criticism. Hardships are an unavoidable part of life, but the Stoics believe they are not obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. Most people see struggle as something to be avoided, complaining when life becomes difficult. But the wise understand that adversity is a teacher, shaping the mind and strengthening the spirit. Without struggle, there is no progress. Without resistance, there is no strength. When faced with challenges, the average person reacts emotionally. They blame others, dwell on misfortune, or seek an easy escape. But the Stoic takes a different approach. Instead of resisting hardship, they embrace it. They ask, What can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? They understand that every difficulty contains a hidden lesson. Every failure presents a new path, and every setback is a chance to refine character. Adversity forces a person to develop resilience. Just as muscles grow through resistance, the mind strengthens through struggle. A person who has never faced hardship remains fragile, untested, and easily broken. But the one who has endured suffering without breaking becomes unshakable. They have learned patience, endurance, and the ability to remain calm in the face of uncertainty. Moreover, struggle separates the disciplined from the weak. Anyone can stay committed when things are easy, but true strength is revealed when difficulties arise. The Stoic does not allow hardship to control them. They control their response to hardship. They do not seek comfort, they seek growth. They do not complain, they adapt. Every obstacle is an opportunity to build mental toughness, to refine character, and to become the kind of person who can endure anything. By embracing struggle rather than fearing it, a person transforms pain into power and setbacks into stepping stones toward greatness. Success is not built on occasional bursts of effort, but on consistent, disciplined action over time. Many people start with enthusiasm, but when progress is slow or results are not immediate, they lose motivation and give up. The Stoics understood that mastery is a long game. It is not about talent or luck. It is about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting the process. In a world obsessed with quick results, patience is rare. People want instant success, overnight transformation, and immediate recognition, but anything of real value, whether it's wisdom, strength, or skill, requires time and sustained effort. The Stoic does not seek shortcuts, they embrace the grind. They understand that small, consistent actions, repeated daily, lead to extraordinary results over time. A craftsman does not master their trade in a day. A philosopher does not gain wisdom overnight. A warrior does not become strong through a single battle. True success is built through disciplined repetition. Moreover, consistent effort creates momentum. The more a person commits to daily improvement, the easier discipline becomes. Habits form, skills sharpen, and progress compounds. While others seek motivation to begin, the Stoic has already built the habit of persistence. They work whether they feel inspired or not, knowing that action itself fuels motivation. The key is to trust in the process, even when results are not visible. Growth happens beneath the surface before it becomes evident. The person who commits to steady, disciplined effort without distractions or excuses will always outlast those who rely on fleeting motivation. In the end, consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who merely wish they had. Life is fleeting, and every moment wasted is a moment lost forever. The Stoics embraced the principle of memento mori, remember that you must die, not as a source of fear, but as a tool for clarity and purpose. When a person truly understands the brevity of life, they stop procrastinating, stop worrying about meaningless distractions, and start focusing on what truly matters. Many people live as if they have unlimited time, delaying their goals, avoiding hard work, and postponing their dreams. They assume there will always be a tomorrow to make changes, but tomorrow is never guaranteed. The Stoic, however, wakes up each day with the awareness that time is their most valuable resource. They do not waste it on trivial pursuits, meaningless arguments, or seeking approval from others. Instead, they dedicate their energy to growth, discipline, and excellence. Understanding mortality is not about dwelling on death. It is about living fully. When a person acknowledges that their time is limited, they make better decisions. They stop engaging in petty distractions and start working towards something meaningful. They take control of their actions, focus on their craft, and strive to leave a lasting impact. This mindset also brings resilience. Fear of failure disappears when a person realizes that, in the grand scheme of life, failure is insignificant. Fear of criticism fades because external opinions do not change the reality of one's limited time. The only thing that matters is whether a person has used their time wisely, lived with integrity, and pursued their purpose with unwavering focus. Memento mori is not a warning, it is a call to action. It reminds the Stoic that life is happening now, and the only way to honor it is to work hard, stay disciplined, and make every moment count.